Hello everybody, Ray Garner with Garner's Games, here to do my weekly comic review. This week, we're going back to the What If universe. What if Donald Duck became the Mighty Thor? Now this book is written, or plotted I should say, by Steve Billing, scripted by Ricardo Seching, I think that's how it's pronounced. And the artist name is long. Gadia Perisinio, I think that's how it's pronounced. It's Perissinotto. Very long name. And I do love the art in here, so I hate that I'm not getting the artist's name correct. But it's kind of a flashback story. I'm going to start off with Donald Duck having a little bit of trouble with the holding on to the hammer and flying. And then we move immediately into Huey, Dewey, and Louie and his nephews. They're in Norway, out to get they're going to be the first junior woodchucks to get the Viking relic medal. Or badge, I guess is really what I would think of. So when they get to the site, they start digging around, trying to find some artifacts. Donald, trying once again to be impressive, tries to break a rock with his shovel, breaks the shovel and hurts his foot. So he staggers off, using the broken handle as a cane, when the rock ducks of Saturn decide to invade Earth. And they find out basically Earth's lower gravity. They got amazing super strength. They have a ray gun that disintegrates, or turns stuff to rocks, turns things into rocks. And then also they have a force field that does illusions on people. Donald staggers into their deal, noticing them, assumes it's some sort of movie set, then figures out that it's not when they start turning a bush into a rock. Funny little side notes, one of the Saturn Duck guys wants to open a rock chain food store where they're selling rocks to the other duck rock people from Saturn on Earth. And the rest of them are here to conquer Earth. They notice Donald, they chase him, he goes and hides into a cave. While hiding into the cave, he finds a cane. He tries to use like a crowbar. Once he can't move a rock with the crowbar, he hauls off and whacks the cane against the rock, transforming him into the Mighty Thor. Experimenting with the deal and being impressed with his own super strength, he finds out that there is a time limit. So he then takes time to practice with it, shatters a bunch of rocks, learns how to control the wind, the snow, a hurricane, and decides he doesn't like getting struck by lightning. That's kind of a little funny panel. When the alien fleet shows up, fighter jets go to engage them, but they're scared off by a psycho image of a dragon. Makes them run away in terror. But really got to compliment the art here. The art of Donald, they're arriving as Thor, is just great. I love that. He does the basic, fights them, gets trapped in a cage, bends the cage open. Then they call down their planet destroyer, which of course is an homage to the Destroyer from Thor comics. He's having a real hard time doing anything to it because it seems to be immune to all the hits from the hammer. And then he decides to call a hurricane and rainstorm on it. And it gets this little thunder cloud above the thing's head. It's like, oh. But it stops moving as it's getting rained on and then rusts apart. And two of the rock ducks are arguing over whose turn it was to put the anti-rust treatment on the destroyer. After that, they decide to take off running, head back into space. Donald turns back into regular Donald, and later on he is taking his nephews home. They found the artifacts that they were looking for to get their badge, or their medal. And he starts telling them about how he found a cane and become Thor. They don't believe him, think he was having a dream while he was sleeping instead of working. And he does a whole wink to the audience. Well, at least we know what really happened. And that was the end of this book. Once again, this is just tons of fun. Nothing overly complicated. It really plays homage to the original story arc of Thor, where Dr. Blake finds the cane and becomes Thor. And he got the time limit, all that fun stuff. It's really just a fun little book. Straightforward, simple. Great for, kids or grandkids to read. Fun if you're a longtime Thor fan or if you're a longtime Donald Duck fan. I highly recommend these. The next one that they have announced in the back is Minnie Mouse becoming Captain Marvel. So that looks really interesting and cute. But anyway, that's my review for this week. Hope y'all enjoy it. Like, share, and subscribe. And I'll catch you later.